Do you find yourself waking up multiple times a night, trudging to the bathroom, only to crawl back into bed feeling more tired than before? It's frustrating, isn't it? That interrupted sleep isn't just annoying. It chips away at your energy, your focus, and even your mood. The next day, many of us, especially once we hit our 70s, experience this frequent nighttime urge, often dismissing it as just part of getting older. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be your normal? There are simple, daily habits, often overlooked, that can make a profound difference. In this video, we're going to dive into 7 specific habits you can adopt right now to significantly reduce those nightly trips and reclaim your sleep. We're talking about habits that will help your body regulate fluids better, calm your system, and finally, let you enjoy those precious hours of uninterrupted rest. Make sure you watch right to the very end, because I have something that might truly surprise you and change the way you think about your nighttime routine. And dennas beyond the aankomst. Let's begin with the first crucial habit, one that seems obvious but is often misunderstood, and that's how you manage your fluid intake throughout the day. It's not about drinking less overall, but rather understanding the strategic timing of when you hydrate. As we gracefully age, our kidneys might not concentrate urine quite as efficiently as they once did, meaning that drinking a large volume of liquid too close to bedtime is almost a guaranteed ticket to multiple bathroom trips. The simple act of shifting your hydration schedule can be incredibly powerful. Aim to drink the majority of your fluids earlier in the day. Think about front-loading your hydration. Enjoy plenty of water, herbal teas, or even clear broths during the morning and early afternoon. As you move into the late afternoon and evening, gradually reduce your fluid intake. This doesn't mean cutting it off entirely, especially if you have medications to take. But it means being mindful. Instead of gulping down a large glass of water an hour before bed, perhaps just sip slowly if you feel genuinely thirsty. Imagine your day as a fluid marathon. You want to stay well hydrated throughout, ensuring your body functions optimally. But you want to give your kidneys ample time to process and eliminate what you've consumed long before you even think about climbing into bed. Think of it like preparing for a long journey. You wouldn't fill your car's tank right before pulling into the garage for the night, would you? You'd do it when you're ready to drive. Our bodies are similar. Giving your kidneys a few hours to work through what you've consumed before you lie down can make an enormous difference. Even things like that evening cup of coffee or a glass of wine can be culprits, as they act as diuretics, encouraging more urine production. So, swapping those out for something like a calming chamomile tea earlier in the evening could be a game changer. It's about being smart with your sips, allowing your body to do its natural work of elimination long before your head hits the pillow. This simple adjustment can save you multiple trips and ensure your sleep cycle remains unbroken. Moving on to our second habit. It's about mindful evening meals. What you eat in the evening can be just as impactful as what you drink when it comes to nighttime urination. Certain foods, especially those that are highly acidic, spicy, or have diuretic properties, can irritate the bladder or increase urine production. Beyond that, heavy, fatty meals also take longer to digest, potentially disrupting sleep in other ways, like causing heartburn or general discomfort that keeps you tossing and turning. The actionable step here is to try and have your last substantial meal at least 2 to 3 hours before you plan to go to bed. When you do eat in the evening, opt for lighter, more easily digestible foods. This means saying no to spicy curries, overly rich pasta dishes, or a plate piled high with fatty meats. Foods like citrus fruits, tomatoes, and even chocolate can be bladder irritants for some people. So it's wise to limit these in your evening meal or snacks if you find they contribute to your nighttime urges. Also, keep an eye on your salt intake. Processed foods and excessive salt can lead to fluid retention, which might make you feel thirstier later, prompting you to drink more just before bed. Think of your evening meal as a gentle winding down for your digestive system, not a feast. Instead of that rich, creamy dish, consider a light grilled fish with steamed vegetables, or a small portion of lean protein like chicken with a simple salad. Imagine preparing for a calm, restful night. You wouldn't want your stomach still churning away, or your bladder feeling overstimulated. Foods high in water content like cucumbers or watermelon, while healthy and delicious, might be better enjoyed earlier in the day if you find them contributing to your nighttime bathroom trips. And remember that salty snack habit. Those crisps or pretzels might seem harmless, but they can make you incredibly thirsty later, leading you to drink more just before bed. So, a gentle, early, and blandish meal is your friend here. It's about giving your body the chance to focus on rest, not digestion or fluid processing. During those crucial sleep hours, this habit works hand in hand with fluid management, creating a harmonious environment for truly restful sleep. And that brings us to our third habit, embracing gentle evening movement. Rather than strenuous exercise, while daily physical activity is incredibly vital for overall health and well-being, the timing and intensity of that exercise in the evening can significantly affect your sleep quality and, yes, your nighttime urination frequency. Strenuous exercise too close to bedtime can raise your core body temperature and heart rate, making it much harder for your body to cool down and signal to your brain that it's time to sleep. Beyond that, vigorous activity can also increase fluid shifts within your body, leading to more urine production later when you're trying to rest. So, the actionable step here is to aim for your most vigorous or intense exercise sessions earlier in the day. Perhaps your brisk walk, your swim, or your gym session can be scheduled for the morning or afternoon. As evening approaches, switch to gentle, calming activities. A short, leisurely stroll after an early dinner, some light stretching, or even a few minutes of gentle yoga can be incredibly beneficial. These activities can help with blood circulation and even some fluid redistribution without overstimulating your system. Avoid high-impact workouts or heavy lifting within 3 to 4 hours of bedtime. Picture your day as a journey where you expend energy and then gently bring it back down. Your morning walk or afternoon gym session is fantastic. But as evening approaches, shift gears. Instead of that brisk walk around the block after dinner, maybe try a very slow, mindful walk just around your garden, or simply do some gentle stretches while watching your favorite show. Imagine your body like a well-tuned instrument. You wouldn't play a loud, fast piece right before trying to put it back in its case for the night. You'd play something soft, something calming. This gentle movement can actually help with fluid redistribution that might have gathered in your legs during the day, so it can be processed before you lie down. Think of it as a gentle coaxing of your body towards rest, rather than a jarring wake-up call. It's about letting your system wind down naturally, allowing your mind to calm and your body to prepare for a long, uninterrupted stretch of sleep, free from the urge to get up and disturb that peace. Now that we've explored the crucial role of strategic fluid intake, mindful eating in the evening, and gentle movement, let's turn our attention to what happens internally, specifically focusing on strengthening and training your bladder and pelvic floor. Our fourth habit is all about gradual bladder training. Sometimes, frequent urination becomes a habit rather than purely a physiological need. Your bladder can get accustomed to emptying even when it only contains a small amount of urine, simply because you've responded to the slightest urge. Bladder training is a gentle, patient process that helps increase the amount of time you can comfortably go between bathroom trips, gradually extending your bladder's capacity when you first feel the urge to go. Instead of rushing immediately, try to hold it for a few minutes longer than you normally would. Start small, perhaps just 5 or 10 minutes, and then gradually increase this time over several days or weeks. You might aim for 15, then 20 minutes. It's helpful to keep a bladder diary to track your progress, noting how long you can comfortably wait between voids. The key here is not to push yourself to discomfort or pain, but to gently extend the holding time. Think of it like training a muscle, or perhaps even training your pet. You wouldn't expect a puppy to hold it all day right away. You gradually extend the time between breaks. Your bladder is similar when you feel that first urge to go. Instead of rushing immediately, try a simple distraction technique. Maybe count backwards from 100 or focus intently on something else for a few moments. You'll be surprised how often that initial strong urge can subside. Then, once you've successfully held it for an extra 5 minutes, try for 10 minutes the next time, or the next day. This isn't about ignoring your body's signals completely. It's about teaching your bladder to hold a bit more comfortably, to regain its natural capacity without feeling the need to empty at the slightest provocation. It's a gentle recalibration, helping your brain and bladder communicate more effectively. This process requires patience and consistency, but the rewards are profound longer stretches of comfort during the day, and most importantly, fewer interruptions at night. It's about regaining control and trusting your body's ability to adapt. This leads seamlessly into our fifth habit, actively engaging your pelvic floor muscles. These often overlooked muscles act like a sling, providing crucial support for your bladder, bowel, and uterus for women as we age, or due to factors like childbirth, chronic coughing, or even just gravity. These muscles can weaken. When they are not strong, they can contribute to bladder control issues, including that frustrating nighttime urgency and leakage. The actionable step is to learn how to correctly perform Kegel exercises. It's simple, yet incredibly effective. To find the right muscles, imagine you're trying to stop the flow of urine midstream, or trying to hold back gas. The muscles you clench are your pelvic floor. Once you've identified them, squeeze those muscles. Lift them up and in, and hold for about 5 seconds. Then, relax for 5 seconds. Repeat this 10 to 15 times, aiming for 3 sets throughout your day. You can do these sitting, standing, or lying down, making them incredibly discreet and easy to incorporate into your routine. Consistency is absolutely key here. Imagine your pelvic floor as a hammock supporting your internal organs. Over time, that hammock can lose its tension. Kegel exercises are like tightening those ropes. It's a discreet exercise you can do anywhere, anytime. Sitting at the breakfast table, waiting in line at the shop, or even during commercial breaks while watching your favorite program. The key is to isolate the right muscles. Many people mistakenly squeeze their buttocks or stomach muscles, but it's really those internal muscles, the ones that give you that feeling of lifting up. If you're unsure, consulting a physiotherapist specializing in pelvic health can be incredibly beneficial. They can guide you and ensure you're doing them correctly. Strengthening these foundational muscles provides better support for your bladder, helping it to hold urine more effectively, reducing leaks, and most importantly, for our topic, giving you more control and fewer urgent calls to the bathroom throughout the night. It's a silent superhero habit that yields significant results. Our sixth habit addresses a common, yet often unrecognized, contributor to nighttime urination fluid accumulation in your lower legs during the day. During your waking hours, especially if you spend a lot of time sitting or standing, gravity naturally pulls fluid down to your legs and feet. This is why you might notice some swelling in your ankles by the end of the day. The issue arises when you finally lie down in bed. Once your legs are elevated, that accumulated fluid quickly redistributes back into your bloodstream. Your kidneys, being the efficient filters they are, then get to work processing this sudden influx of fluid, leading to an increase in urine production just when you're trying to sleep soundly. The actionable step here is simple but powerful. Elevate your legs in the evening for a good 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. You can use pillows to prop them up so they are higher than your heart. This gentle elevation helps gravity assist in moving that fluid back into your circulation while you are still awake and active, giving your kidneys a chance to process it much earlier. Additionally, wearing compression stockings during the day can also be a tremendous help in preventing excessive fluid accumulation in your legs in the first place. Think of your legs as 2 vertical columns during the day, with gravity constantly pulling fluids downwards. That puffiness you might notice in your ankles by evening, that's fluid. When you finally lie flat in bed, it's like opening the floodgates. All that fluid flows back into your main circulation. Your kidneys, doing their job, start processing it, and suddenly, you're waking up to use the bathroom. By elevating your legs for a good half hour or an hour before bed, you're giving your body a head start. You're using gravity to your advantage, helping that fluid move back into circulation while you're still awake and able to deal with it. Imagine it as gently squeezing a sponge before you need it to be dry. This allows your kidneys to do the heavy lifting of processing and eliminating that fluid much earlier in the evening, rather than in the middle of your precious sleep cycle. Some people find that even just sitting with their feet up on a footstool during the evening is helpful. And if you have significant leg swelling, those wonderful compression socks, worn during the day, can be a real game changer in preventing that fluid from pooling in the first place. This simple habit can dramatically reduce the amount of fluid your body needs to process once you've finally settled in for the night, paving the way for truly undisturbed sleep. Finally, we arrive at our seventh, and perhaps most holistic, habit-mastering evening relaxation and stress reduction. Stress and anxiety aren't just mental burdens. They have a profound physiological impact on your entire body, including your bladder. When you're stressed, your body releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These can increase bladder activity, make your muscles tense, and heighten your perception of bladder fullness, leading to more frequent urges even when your bladder isn't genuinely full. This is often why people find they need to use the bathroom more often when they're feeling anxious or nervous. The actionable step here is to establish a calming and consistent bedtime routine that actively reduces stress. This could involve reading a physical book, avoiding screens, as their blue light can interfere with melatonin production, listening to soothing instrumental music, practicing gentle, deep breathing exercises, or engaging in a guided meditation. It's also crucial to avoid stressful activities or discussions close to bedtime. This means no intense news programs, no arguments, and no worrying about tomorrow's to-do list in the hour or two before you plan to sleep. Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling anxious or worried, you seem to need to use the bathroom more often, even if you haven't had much to drink? That's your body's stress response at play. Your bladder is quite sensitive to your emotional state. Imagine your mind as a busy highway during the day, constantly buzzing with thoughts and worries. If you try to jump directly from that highway into deep sleep, it's like trying to stop a car from 60 miles an hour to a dead stop instantly. It's jarring. Instead, think of creating a gentle off-ramp leading to relaxation. This could be as simple as dimming the lights an hour before bed, playing some soft, instrumental music, or spending 10 minutes focusing on slow, deep breaths, counting each inhale and exhale. Some people find that a warm, not hot, bath or shower helps to relax their muscles and mind. The goal is to signal to your body that it's safe to relax, to let go of the day's tensions. When your mind is calm, your bladder often follows suit. It's about breaking the cycle of stress-induced urgency. This habit, perhaps more than any other, touches on the holistic connection between your mental well-being and your physical comfort, offering a pathway to not just better sleep, but a more peaceful state of being overall. Now that we've carefully walked through these 7 powerful daily habits, from strategic fluid management to calming your mind, it's time to bring all these pieces together and talk about the incredible difference they can make in your life. We've journeyed through 7 often overlooked habits that can truly transform your nights. We started by understanding the importance of when and how you drink your fluids, making sure your body has ample time to process everything before you even think about sleep. Then, we talked about being mindful of what you eat in the evening, choosing lighter, less irritating foods to avoid upsetting your bladder. We then shifted gears to how gentle movement in the evening, rather than strenuous activity, can help your body prepare for rest and manage fluid distribution. We also delved into the profound benefits of bladder training, gently teaching your bladder to hold a bit more and regain its natural capacity, and the often underestimated power of strengthening your pelvic floor muscles, providing that crucial support for better bladder control. Finally, we explored the critical role of elevating your legs before bed to help with fluid redistribution and the transformative impact of mastering relaxation and stress reduction. Understanding how your mind's peace directly influences your bladder's calm. Each of these habits, on its own, holds a piece of the puzzle. But when combined, they create a symphony of actions designed to give you back your peaceful, uninterrupted sleep. Remember, embarking on these changes doesn't mean you have to overhaul everything overnight. Start with 1 or 2 habits that resonate most with you, perhaps the fluid management and evening meal adjustments, or the gentle movement and relaxation. Small, consistent steps build powerful momentum, This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about being kind to yourself and understanding that your body, especially as we age, benefits immensely from these thoughtful adjustments. Imagine waking up feeling truly refreshed, without that groggy feeling from multiple nighttime awakenings. Picture the energy you'll have for your day, the clearer mind, and the improved mood. These aren't just habits for your bladder. They are habits for your overall well-being, your vitality, and your quality of life. You deserve to sleep soundly, to wake up invigorated, and to live each day with the energy you truly desire. These habits are your pathway to that reality. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these habits? What has worked best for you in managing nighttime urination? Share your experiences, your successes, or even your questions in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful to someone else on this journey. Fostering a wonderful community of support right here. If you found this video helpful, if it offered you a new perspective or a practical solution, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who could benefit from this information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. We're dedicated to bringing you more practical, easy to understand advice that empowers you to live your healthiest, happiest life at every age. Don't miss out on our next video, where we'll explore even more ways to enhance your well-being. You have the power to make profound differences in your daily comfort and your sleep quality. Embrace these simple, yet powerful habits, and truly live your best life at every age, starting tonight. Until next time, take good care of yourself.